We are continuing reading in the book Turn Back, the mystery novel, chapter 33, The Delivery. After wiping sweat from his forehead, Levinson enters the foyer of the plush apartment building. He goes straight to the front desk, knowing the clerk has to call upstairs for him to be granted permission to visit a certain tenant. The Guilfords, please. Are they in? Let me check, but I think yes. Your name, sir? Mr. Levinson, his attorney. The clerk rings their penthouse. Yes, sir. I thought I recognized you. Just a moment. I'm ringing them now. While he is speaking with someone inside the Guilfords' penthouse, he looks over the counter and down at the lawyer's hand, holding onto a suitcase with wheels. But he asks Levinson nothing about the reason for his visit. Yes, sir. That seems to be the reason that he's coming up. Levinson makes a concerted effort not to look around or over his shoulder. He knows Michael is there somewhere in the building, but he can't afford to be seen with him or acknowledge him. He just continues to smile cordially to the clerk. The clerk hangs up the phone. Before he has time to say a word, Levinson speaks, delivering his last will and testament documents, seeing to his final affairs. Huh? Mr. Guilford said it's something about you bringing along all of his records. Should I ring him up again then? Levinson tries to act nonchalant and laughs. Certainly, if you wish. It's just that I didn't intend to indulge the entirety of the contents of this briefcase. I didn't think it was necessary to do so or tell you. Well, since I recognize you, sir. He leans over the wide granite counter, looks down and looks up again. I suppose you know that everyone's heard about poor Mr. Guilford's sad condition. Sad. He's such a nice man, and he's a pillar in this community. And sad about his little daughter, too. All the news and everything. Yeah, that it is, all of it. It's a real shame. Levinson tries his best to dredge up some concern for his former boss. So, no sense of buzzing them again. You go on up. He's expecting you. Thank you for your time. Levinson slips the fellow a $20 bill. The attorney steps into the elevator. His knuckles are white from gripping the suitcase, which has been made much heavier with all the added weight inside. Though it has wheels, he didn't trust it bouncing along the tiled foyer floor of the penthouse building. He sits it down on the elevator floor and pulls out on the handle, very carefully though. He takes a long, deep breath and pushes the elevator button to number 5 for the top floor. It jerks slightly, and he holds back a gasp. Michael then steps from behind a marble pillar in the back of the hall by the building's janitorial maintenance room, holding the beautiful gift box. He waits but gets anxious. Every minute seems like 10. What's it to me? So there's one less lawyer in this town. Does that really matter? Finally, he spots the perfect Patsy. He stops a young maid going, Miss, can you help me with a special delivery? It's a surprise. Hola, señor, sí, ¿qué? Michael sees she doesn't speak a word of English. He's frustrated, and he thinks a second or two, and then tries his broken Spanish on her. Hola, señorita, por favor, ayuda tú con este? Hello, miss, can you please help me? Instructed to be very obliging to all the tenants and their guests, she smiles and nods, all bright and cheerful. Sí, señor. ¿Qué? Yes, sir. What is it? Es este aquí hace pronto, por favor, señorita? It is this. Here, take it quickly, please, miss. Michael's so antsy he feels like he can jump out of his skin right then. Ah, muy bonito. Te amo para tu mujer. Aha, very pretty. I love it. For your woman, sir? No, es para mi buena amiga en amigo. Por favor, puede hacer a su penthouse número 502 aquí. Gracias. Pronto, amigo. Por favor, y quiero ahora presento. Muy important. Y quiero y ahora, sí? No, it's for my good friends, please. Can you take it to their penthouse, number 502? Here, thanks. Quickly, friend, please, yes. All right, now listen. Very important. Right now. Yes. He nods it over and over. And Not even realizing it, he repeated it in English. No problema, señor, para un cuesta, por favor. No problem, sir, but for a cost, please. Michael feels stupid. He hadn't thought to put the money under her nose at the very start of their awkward conversation. Oh, certainly, certainly. Yes, of course, money. No, wait. Sí, aquí. Es suficiente? Sí? Yes, here. Is this sufficient? Oh, wow. Sí. Gracias, señor. Yo voy allí inmediatamente. Ahora. Oh, wow. Yes. Thank you, sir. I am going there immediately now. She again says, ahora. Sí, gracias, señor. He tries to sound very casual about it. Gracias. No broma. Thanks, no joke. Señor, ¿qué? Sir, what? Inmediatamente. Vamos. Immediately. Let's go. Go. He hands her the box carefully so she'll know to be very careful with it too. She looks at him strangely. ¿Y tú, señor, no necesita mi servicio? You too, sir, you do not need my services? Michael realizes his slang has confused the girl. Ah, geez. No, tú, solamente. No, you only. Vamos, you go. Oh, okay, gracias y adios. Okay, thanks and goodbye. No, gracias por tú. Vamos tú. 502. Ahora. No, thanks to you. Go, you. 502. Sí, ahora. She says yes, she will go now. The pretty young maid leaves with the gift, going onto the elevator up to the penthouse apartment moments after Levinson had entered the elevator. Michael leans against the pillar, looks up at a security camera that he had covered with a black bag. He steps aside and swiftly whips off the cloth. It goes right inside his jacket. He casually walks outside the building, lights up a cigarette, and walks across the street to wait for Levinson to come out. Chapter 34, The Penthouse. Levinson is at the massive front door of the Guilfords' penthouse on the 5th floor. He rings the doorbell. Their maid answers. He looks down at the short, stocky lady. If you know what's good for you, lady, you'll run as fast as you can away from here, and right this minute. She squints, thinking what he could possibly mean by that. She decides not to wait around to find out. She grabs her purse and wrap on a table by the main entrance. The maid looks over her shoulder and quickly slips past him out the door into the hallway. Yeah, this could get ugly. Go. I'll tell him I sent you away. Go on. Get out of here. Levinson snaps at the elderly woman. He's at least considerate of her. She doesn't say a word to him, but fear's in her eyes. And then she doesn't look back again. She shuffles on down the hall and repeatedly pushes the button of the elevator, like she's in a panic. As she stands and waits impatiently, she looks back at Levinson several times. He just chuckles. From within the penthouse, he hears that familiar and grating voice. Who is it? Mary Catherine, get the door. Levinson stands there buzzing the doorbell, more to irritate Chelsea than anything else. She screams her disapproval. Never mind, then. I'll get it myself. Chelsea rounds the pillars to the front entry. She opens the door. Oh, it's only you. Yes, as you've ordered. I have every single word of every single instance of every single case, years of records. That's why it's so heavy. Yeah, and why I've placed it in this tote. Whatever. Wait. A will? Is his will in there too? Chelsea tries to conceal her immense curiosity. I mean, he has one in his safe, but he needed to update it. Certainly it is. Donovan considered you greatly in his amendments to his will. Levinson knew it was best to sweeten the chances of her sneaking a quick peek inside the briefcase. She was acting rude, and wanted him to leave. Well, he's going to be so pissed that you're even here. Is there anything else? You need to go. No, just this. Here. Last will and testament stuff is down inside another small suitcase. Old court cases, you know. All of his records, they're on top, as I just stated. Ready for the next lawyer he chooses. Don't envy that guy. I mean, if there is one. Oh, very funny. If there is one. Last will and testament in the other case, you say? But also inside this case, right? Yes. Levinson cringes, upset with himself for piquing her interest so much he might not have time to get far away from there. He glances past her but doesn't see another package inside her penthouse. He's a little confused. That gift package has apparently not arrived yet. He looks back down the hall. No one else is there, so he pulls back on the handle of the tote. I think I may have forgotten to put something in here, though. Well, then just mail it to us. Gosh, thought you were a smart lawyer. A lot of good you did for us when it really counted. Let me have it, stupid lawyer. She jerks out the bars of the tote, and he gasps but promptly releases his hold on the handle. She roughly swings it around behind her. Whatever, lady. Okay, sorry. Didn't mean to use that word, calling you a lady. I mean to say, it's not appropriate at all, not in your case. Hey, you're a creep. You just keep that up and I'll sue you for defamation. Levinson tries to remain calm and gives her the right word. Why don't you just do that? Yeah, that's it. Thanks. Now I know what to say. Now get out of here before Donovan comes out here to personally kick you out. He's going to give me a lot of grief all day long if he ever sets eyes on you again. Oh, I really didn't think he'd do that all day long. I don't think that would ever happen. Levinson smiles sneakily at her. Well, you don't know him as well as I do you? Chelsea snaps. After a pause that's far too suspect to his thinking, the elevator door opens. Levinson hears the ding behind him. He hopes it's that special delivery that Michael has spoken of that needs to be delivered simultaneously. There are only 2 penthouses situated at opposite ends of the building on each end of that hall that the elevator opens up to on that top floor. As calmly as he is able to fake it, he turns slightly, trying to see who it is. He notices a colorful package being carried out of the elevator. Well, I'll see you in hell then, he said, and he begins to step away from the entrance to their penthouse. About freaking time. Just get out of here. Goodbye. Chelsea has a pleasure of slamming the door in his face. Levinson smiles knowingly. Seconds seem like the most valuable possessions in the world right now. He passes that pretty little maid in the hall carrying the beautifully wrapped gift box. They smile as they greet one another. Levinson can't seem to help himself. He's giddy with evil pleasure and turns around, walking backwards towards the elevator. He watches as she rings the doorbell to the Giffords' penthouse. Chelsea is heard yelling at the top of her exasperated lungs to the door. What did you forget now, Mr. Stupid? She sees it's one of the housemaids holding a lovely gift for her. Oh my, forgive me. Si, senorita, por favor. The maid holds it out in front of her, and then she nearly drops it. Chelsea grabs it greedily. Well, don't drop it. Donovan, how utterly sweet. He wants to make up for all of his harsh words. He's such a wonderful man. He's wonderful that way, you know, my husband. The maid nods. Michael keeps punching the button for the elevator to open up. Come on. Por favor, maid holds out her hand for another tip. No, you don't. I'm not stupid. My husband has paid you well for this little task of delivering my gift. I'm sure of it. You just be on your way, dearie. Chelsea slams the door in the maid's face. The elevator door has opened by this time, and Levinson motions for the maid to hurry along. They ride down together. He steps off the elevator, and the young maid follows him out, and both goes their separate ways down the hall of the main foyer. Levinson heads off for the entry doors. Out of the corner of his eye, he spots Michael across the street. They both nod, only slightly. Levinson shakes his empty hand. It's hurting. He rubs his coat sleeve. His arm is aching. It's a subtle clue that the delivery of the case was successful, though. Michael sprints quickly up the stairs to get to the car in the parking lot across from the building. He has parked his auto at the perfect spot to view the Guilfords' balcony. Michael thinks of the lovely young maid. So, mi amiga, are you in the clear too, I hope? I can only hope so for your sake. He takes out binoculars, looks downward, finds the penthouse balcony that he has stood on many times, speaking with Guilford. He sees Donovan Guilford step out and lean over against the railing. It looks to Michael that the man is very sickly now. Come on, woman. Where are you, Chelsea? What is taking you so long? Got a will and a pretty package begging you to open it? Inside their penthouse, Chelsea is ecstatic. She knew he'd do something just like that to make up for all the crude things he'd said and done to her. Still, she can't decide which item to open first. Possibly the will. She knows she has to get her hands on it and read it before Donovan makes time to place it into his safe. The gift, it looks absolutely gorgeous, and it's beckoning her. How perfectly lovely. Oh, it's just too beautiful. It's too beautiful, dear, she hollers to her husband. She then notices that he has stepped to the balcony and is ignoring her. Oh, really, you've outdone yourself, my dear. Donovan hears her from inside. He has no idea what she's referring to. What? With what? He looks back into the apartment from the balcony. I didn't send that up. Michael is all but perched on the rail of the garage half wall and watches from his vantage point as Chelsea pulls on Donovan and begs him to step back inside. Okay, she must be going for the gift box first. There you go, honey. Nice big gift box. Open the nice pretty gift. Just got to share that special moment with your current wealthy but terminally ill husband, right? Michael strains his eyes and leans forward. Every muscle is tensed. On the concrete rail in front of him sits the remote. He puts his hands down on it. Okay, Simon, we're up next. Did I second guess you and Chelsea correctly or not? Which one is it? And does it really matter which one at this point, as long as at least one of them does the job? Seconds seem like minutes. Michael squints harder to see inside the open balcony doors. When will she open the freaking suitcase? Another big surprise inside there for you, honey. Underneath those soft robes. Wait, what's this? He sees the two start to run towards the balcony. Donovan was behind her, and so he's now ahead of his wife, running away from the box. Aha! Did we hear some ticking, possibly? It's not a Rolex. 1001, 1002, 1003. The next sound is a very loud explosion that rocks the whole apartment complex. Immediately following is another big boom. Fire spreads rapidly through the front side of the top floor and in the entire penthouse that's owned by the Guilfords. Glass shatters and crashes to the street below. Guilford himself is blown clear out of the apartment. Michael has a front row seat as he watches the pathetic man plummet to the sidewalk below. The balcony he enjoyed so much rips off and topples down on him with a final crushing blow. Michael looks around and makes sure no one saw him view the horrible scene that just took place. He sees the cover on the camera is still on there. He picks up the remote. All right, mission accomplished. Hey, what do you know? Good work. I was right after all, on both counts. I got inside Simon and Chelsea's head, and it worked. Inside the car, he decides to take the remote on his trip. Might drop it off in the ocean somewhere, or just keep it as a reminder. Just did this city one great big favor. Until the next mafia boss comes along. He starts the car. Yeah, car bomb. Not this potent. Was the perfect size for a penthouse annihilation. Simon had another plan up his sleeve, though, that's for sure. I knew I couldn't trust that guy. Michael starts to pull out of the parking space. He sees people running the other way down both sides of the sidewalk. Debris continues to fall from the fifth-story apartment. Sirens sound in the distance. That could be bad. Might stop me short and ask if I've seen anything. I'm only halfway done and I can't be delayed. Where do I go to find Victor? Peeling out of the parking garage, he knows exactly where to head next. Chapter 35. The Innocents. Victor leans in the window of the taxi and pays the driver. He throws the backpack over his shoulder and walks down the street. He's never been to that section of the city before, but he's certain he'll find his way to the Reynolds home. Since he doesn't want to be associated with their address, even by the cab driver, he has been let off several streets over. People pass by him, walking their dogs. Some just jog past. Victor hasn't counted on that. He would pull up the hood on his jacket, but he doesn't want to look the part of a punk and stand out even more in that elite subdivision. Others drive by slowly in expensive cars, looking at him. He thinks they are very suspicious of him anyway, until he sees the speed limit is 25 in that area. Victor sighs with relief. He tells himself just to calm down. A couple of men slow down and stare at him. He gives a slight wave like he's familiar to that area. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Yeah, let everyone know you're here. Might as well yell it at the top of my lungs now. Weird stranger in the neighborhood, that's me. He presses his face into the bars of the subdivision. Victor hadn't counted on a guard at the entrance. Vern was right. Sounds doable in my mind, not so much in actuality. He must have prayed for me not to have the guts or the availability to get this job done. Look at this fence. Victor figures the fence is at least 10 feet high. He takes off his cap and scratches his head. Are you praying for the wall of Jericho or something to be in my way, Vern? After an hour, Victor has managed to walk the entire circle of that gated community. He doesn't find one area with any type of access. It's getting late, and the sun has set. Victor leans against a pole. What now? Wait until they pull out or something? Hit him as they drive off? What? A guard has been keeping an eye on him the whole time. He walks up to Victor. Startled, he tries to appear casual and smiles at the guard. Realizing he's officially been identified up close, Victor cringes. The guard comes closer. Hey there, kid. Can I help you with something? What do you have in that backpack, kid? Victor's mind is reeling. Does he run? Does he stay put? Why does everyone keep calling him a kid? His brain feels like it will explode. He can't think of anything to say. He can only stare at the guard with a blank look on his face. He doesn't know what to say, so he says nothing. Finally, he stammers out an almost word or two. What can I help you with? Are you lost, kid? Hey, are you all right? You look scared and pale as a sheet. Another individual is heard. The man walks up behind Victor. He nervously jumps aside. It's a person walking his dog in the cool of the early evening. The guard and the man know each other and exchange pleasantries, and then he jogs on past with his dog. The guard turns his attention back to Victor. Listen, fella, can't have you loitering around here. Not here in this subdivision. If you don't move on, I will have to call the cops. What? What did you say? I'm going to have to call for the police. You'll have to leave now. Police? Yes, thank God. Vern, you've convinced me. The guard looks around but doesn't see anyone. I'm not Vern. You've confused me with someone else, kid. Ha, no, I mean yes, please, call the police right away. Victor points to the gated community within those iron bars. They are in deep, deep trouble in there. Real serious stuff here. I'm talking about. You have to warn them. He hears steps, and another man is walking up behind him. But he pays no mind to him, thinking it's another person walking his dog or jogging in the neighborhood. But the man then puts his hand hard on Victor's shoulder and presses in with his fingers. Oh, that hurts. Who? What? Victor spins around to see the man is Michael. No. Holy crap. That won't be necessary. Thank you, sir, officer, for detaining my son. We're leaving now. Come on, son. We're going home. How in the world did you get out this far? He's a bit slow, you know, in his mind. Well, apparently not in his feet. The guard smiles and laughs at his own feeble joke. Well, you know how it is with them. Michael makes a convincing face. Oh, sure, no problem. The kid didn't do anything wrong. When they get older, I guess they walk faster and they wander off further. I know how it is. The guard is so obliging, though he notices how upset Victor is over his apparent father catching up to him. No, please, please, call the cops. Don't make me go with him. Victor pleads with the guard as Michael all but drags him away. He's not my father. Call the cops, please. Come on, son. Michael is very firm and nearly picks him up by the belt loops. He's getting much stronger, too, this kid. Oh, sure. It's okay, kid. That's your dad. Go on home. Get some milk and cookies. Michael has to clamp both hands down on Victor's shoulder blades as they make their way to Simon's auto. He forces him along. Vic is all but taken over by the pain inside his shoulder blades. His legs about crumble under the sharp pain that Michael inflicts on him. He feels it's about to be over for him, but at the same time is thankful his girlfriend got away at least. They arrive at the car, and Michael pushes him in with great effort because Victor doesn't plan to go peacefully. The doors lock. Michael swiftly gets in on his side and relocks all the doors. Victor lays his head back against the headrest as they drive off. Good luck with that kid of yours, the guard hollers as they drive past him, and isn't too impressed with the father either. Poor kid, can't really blame him for not wanting to go with him. Kind of cute when they're younger, but pretty darn pathetic when they get older like that one. We're going to stop reading here and continue again in chapter 36, titled The Apex, in the mystery thriller Turn Back, in the next audio reading.